Perry.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Sherelle? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Happy Monday and all that good stuff.
Happy Monday, okay? Before we get into anything today, I have to mention that today's video is sponsored by Bliss. Now, Bliss has a lot of products that they sell, but the ones that I picked today are near and dear because I just don't pick any product. I really don't. I have to like the product myself. And since my son is now in charge of that, he wants me to hawk all kind of stuff. I can't do it. I had to wait till something I like. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today is their micro dermabrasion scrub. Now, I don't know if you guys listen, but a lot of people always ask me about my skin. And I always say I'm a huge fan of microdermabrasion. I just feel like I want that clean layer on my face. I really got obsessed with them in the past. I love microdermabrasion. I've been doing it for years. Here's one, but sometimes they can get expensive. This one's at a very reasonable price. You've got to take off the top layer so you have that smooth, creamy look. You know what I'm talking about? Smoothness, take off the top layer, encouraging more generation. So that's one of the products that I used, and I like that. And this was a reasonable price. This is one that you can use every day, and then when you want to go and pay the big money, I do that once a year, maybe twice a year to go get it done. But this will help slowly take it off. It's not going to be like the expensive machines, but it really does help. Keeps it maintained. Another one that I'm using, that I'm showing today, is their brightening face mask. Okay, so people there's a difference between lightening your skin and brightening your skin. Brightening your skin evens your skin out. So every woman in my family over the age of 40 has these dark circles under their eyes. I do not, because I make sure I keep my skin even. And you do these with these brightening creams. It's not going to make you look like Michael Jackson, but it's going to even your skin tone out. I know a lot of Black women get these dark circles under their eyes once they get past a certain age. And I think Candy Burris talked about getting hers done. You can get them professionally done, or you can use these masks 2 to 3 times a week. So I'm going to leave these in my description. If you want to go look at them, go ahead. Please feel free. I like products like that. All right.
Well, do they have like microabrasion and face mask for men?
What a surprise.
Perry, I've never seen you take care of your skin. Not one day in 34 years. You never came out the room with a mask on.
You gonna boast and brag about it? Maybe I should. You know?
I'm not boasting and bragging. I'm telling you, this is a good product. You should try it, and try it while you're young. That way you won't get those dark circles. A lot of African American women get these really dark circles under our eyes. And I can't. Perry, leave me alone. So, all right, so let's get into what we're going to talk about today. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Talk about the Braxtons, what they're going through. They're actually going through hell. I don't know, in my opinion, this was the best thing to do this show. But we're going to talk about little Kevin Jr. being arrested. We're going to talk about Trina's marriage falling apart. And all of their marriages are falling apart. Every single sister is having marriage issues. I think, yeah, everyone. So we're going to go over all of those. Then we're going to talk about, there was a Wendy Williams spotting today. We're going to talk about the juice that went on the internet about Jennifer Williams' husband being a fraud. And it's so much. It is so much. First of all, I want to show, let's just start off with the Wendy. There's been a Wendy spotting. What did I do with my Wendy picture? So we know that Wendy lives in a facility. So it's really weird that this person spotted her. I can't find my Wendy picture. Crazy. See it again. And took a picture with her. I'll have to do that later. I can't find it. All right, let's get into the Braxtons. I will go back to Wendy Williams. Let's get into the Braxtons because there's a lot of stuff going on. Okay, so every woman in that family has marital problems. And I want to, the public is blaming Miss E. I don't blame Miss E. We're going to talk about how right after the show aired on Friday, how Trina went on and her husband just over talked her. He was upset because she grieved really hard for Gabe. I'll let you listen to it because Perry, you didn't listen to it, and I'll stop it. But that's crazy, absolutely crazy. But I hear he has a baby mother. Her name is Amy. That he did her like that. They say he's very controlling. Now this man is crazy. I'll let you listen to this video. I'm sure you probably already heard it. The reason that I'm playing it again is for Perry to be jealous because she grieved for her ex-husband and she grieved a little too hard, in his opinion, is asinine. What? The audience cussed his ass out. It was insensitive. It was dumb. And we hear that you have a habit of being controlling, over talking your women. So he has this ex, his baby mama. Her name is Amy. Allegedly, her name is Amy. And they said that it was worse with her. He has a habit of being controlling. I don't even know if you call it a habit or a personality trait. But here's the thing. So every woman in that family is having marital problems. We all know Tamar is with that guy. What's his name? Jeremy. Yeah. Okay, that's not gonna last. And I'm not saying anything to be mean. I'm just saying my opinions. I'm gonna go very light on the Braxtons because I do like them, but I have to speak the truth. That marriage is not gonna last, Tamar, and that's not your family's fault. You got Tamar with her marriage problems. You got Tawanda. I said I wasn't going to talk about it, and I'm not because I don't got time for another damn lawsuit. But there's problems in that relationship, serious problems in that relationship. Who else is there? You got Trina. You got Tony. You know, her marriages don't last either. And everybody's saying it's because of the mom. They call the mom bitter. And she taught her children how to be bitter. And I don't know if I'm ready to go there yet. I don't see what they're saying about Miss Evelyn. I like her, but I don't know if it's the mother's fault because, you know, she did treat the dad pretty bad, but he cheated on her. And so, you know, this is not good. This is just not good. All of those marriages are hanging on by a thread. Tawanda's not married, but that relationship. And why do I have your ex keep reaching out to me, Tawanda? Like, what is going on? Like, I don't never want to talk to none of y'all again, okay? Because I know Tawanda's a mild case of a nut job. But this is what I think the problem is. And then I'll play the tape. I feel that when you get older and you get married, so that family, the Braxtons, say what you want. They're extremely, extremely close, right? But you have to watch what you tell your family about your spouse.
Yeah.
Because you might be mad one day and you might say, he did this to me, that to me, this to me. And then you want to make up the next day because, oh, it wasn't that bad, baby. I'm sorry. And I'm still mad. You can't tell your family your whole business, and they need to stay out of your business. I only tell my family what I want them to know, or they will be calling every day with their putting in their 5 cents. That family's always putting their 5 cents in on each other's relationship. Also, it's overwhelming to be the spouse or the boyfriend because they're judging you. They're putting in their 2 cents, all of it. It's just a mess. And what comes to mind is Kevin Sr. They didn't like Kevin Sr. They thought he did Tracy wrong. They were always putting their 5 cents, so much that when Tracy had to make a will, she put her son in charge because she didn't want them to change everything. And what happened when she passed away? They didn't go to the funeral. They didn't go to the wake. They said that, I got to hear that Tracy wouldn't have wanted a funeral. You don't think she told her husband that? he did what she wanted him to do. They are what you call meddlers, busybodies. To not go to Tracy's funeral because you claim she didn't want one, even though it was in the will, is just downright asinine. Like, where's the respect for him? You guys have been treating Kevin Sr. like shit for years. For years. And he just overlooks it. Now, speaking of Kevin Sr., this man, oh my God, I feel so bad for him because they used to say that he really didn't love Tracy and he cheated on Tracy all the time. If he did, that's their business. That's who she picked. But they're saying that he is estranged from Kevin Jr. They're not talking. Now, I hear they're going to talk about some of it on the upcoming shows, but one of the problems is they feel like he's not supportive enough of little Kevin Jr. I don't know why I keep calling this 28-year-old little Kevin. They're saying that that's between him and his father. Y'all bad-mouthing him is not going to work. And if you go to Kevin's social media, they're saying that this man is in deep, deep mourning even now. Yes, he has a tendency to withdraw, but everybody handles grief differently. You can't tell anybody. What's Trina's husband's name again? Vaughn. I'm going to get to you in a minute. How to grieve. That does not mean he doesn't love his son. Y'all are just whispering in his ear too damn much. Let this father and son mend things. Okay, so according to the rumors, they haven't been speaking. And it was really quite soon after after her passing. But you have to remember, that's when people are most vulnerable, is after the passing. I'm sure Kevin Sr. was grieving, and he's still grieving. I almost cried at this collage that he put together, missing his wife. But they said he's withdrawn and doesn't want to talk to certain people. And so what? So what? So let me play this video really quick I've got of Kevin Sr. so you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about. And he looks, I don't want to say bad, but you could just tell this man is still grieving. And just take a look. And I just feel bad for him. I really do.
Gotta always try to keep your peace.
And let's let me stop there. You're going night fishing? Okay, here we go.
Going night fishing. Gotta always try to keep your peace. Keep your peace. A night out in the neighborhood, fishing. Get your mind right is what I call it. Yeah. Hey, I'm giving it my best, the devil is truly moving, But yeah, I'm giving it my best. Real talk. It's a nice moon out tonight. Very nice moon. Very, very, very nice night. Yeah. We got some little fish out here. Thank you. I'm gonna try my best. Yeah. The podcast has not went anywhere. Like them fish.
So let me stop it here. He's just grieving. And some people just want to be alone. He said he was going to start a podcast. He hasn't gotten to it yet. I just don't understand the judgment of this man and not giving him the respect that he deserves as Tracy's husband. Now, it's being rumored that, and I'll get back to this in a minute, that him and his son has been estranged. They don't talk a lot now, but at first they didn't talk at all. For a very long time, they feel that he's not supporting little Kevin. I keep calling him little again. and I'll get to let me finish this. So when he talks about little Kevin, then I'm going to talk about the drama that's allegedly going on with that.
Yeah. In a minute. All right. What's up? What's up? What's up? Whoa. Hey, what's up?
So he went on his social media. He started taking calls, and people were really trying to soothe him because you could just feel it. He just, you're walking around at night aimlessly, but you deal with it how you deal with it. But so he starts taking calls. So listen to what some of the callers had to say.
How you doing? Is it that you can't hear me, or is something wrong? I can't hear you.
You can hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. You picked a great night to go fishing. I hope it does bring you some peace.
Always doing it. Yep. Thank you. Yep.
One day at a time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. How are you doing?
Yeah. Okay. Hanging in there.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I appreciate the check-in and coming on live. Make sure everybody get ready to tune in.
When is it?
The lives, I put it on my page and let everybody know.
Okay.
So, I got like 13 episodes, so it'll be coming sooner than later.
All right. Yeah, just remember, only what you do for God will last.
And
in that way, it'll take off.
I tell you, he has come in a full wave. So I appreciate you saying that. So that's why I'm saying obedient.
It's better than sacrifice.
Yeah. One thing I do know is he blessed me with a beautiful wife for 3 decades. So that's what's up.
Yeah. So, never lost a husband, but I lost.
Now, can you imagine
I couldn't.
talking to strangers about your pain? Let me move forward. I'll come back to this in a minute. So it's being reported that little Kevin, there I go again, calling this man little Kevin, that Kevin was arrested in March 8th for he broke his, he violated a protection order. So, and he was at home. So I have a feeling that this divorce is really, really messy. These two are really going at it. When you put a protective order against somebody, that's serious. There's probably more to this story than we know. We don't know why they're divorcing. They're supposed to talk about it, but not go into detail on the show. So I feel that these videos that Kevin Sr. is putting up, he's reaching out to his son saying, I'm going to be there for you. So for whatever reason, they said he barely talked to him this year. Like, I feel that the family felt like you should do this and you should do that and you need to be by his side. And sometimes you just can't.
Or sometimes.
Does that make sense?
Sherelle, I mean, sometimes the family might be the problem while he's not there. Like, they could be coming in the middle. Yeah. I don't know the Braxtons like that, but just listen to the story. Mm-hmm. I'm not biased either to the left or to the right, but just saying, could it be possible that they are interfering with him and his son's relationship?
It could be. So I'm going to play the rest of this video. And he starts talking about, don't let anybody come between us. What if it's that damn family again? And Tracy knew it was bad when she had to put everything in a will and put Junior in charge of it, because she knew that if she put Senior in charge of it, all hell would break loose.
That they would question everything.
They are just foul. I like them, but they are some busybodies. They need to mind their own business, stay out of each other's business. And this man, I couldn't watch this. in its totality is grieving. And you can just tell by the way he sounds, by the way he walks, And so I feel like the rest of this, it was a public cry for help to his son saying, I'm going to be there for you, which is a mess. And I don't even know if they should have did this damn show. And they certainly shouldn't have done it without Kevin Sr. there to tell his side. But I feel like he can't deal with another problem. He's healing. So let me finish playing this. Were you going to say something, Perry?
I'm saying they probably did the show seriously. Like, people just assume they're filthy rich. If Tamar was staying with the mama, that tell you something.
I don't think people assume they're rich because
a lot of people do, though. On the outside, they just feel like they doing the show because they need the income. And I was
interesting.
And then some of them doing it just because they want to stay relative. In my opinion, but go ahead.
You think they also could be doing the show for money? I don't know why they're doing the show. But anyway, speaking of rich, Tracy had $1 million house that they lived in, when she was here. He had to move out of that because that's a lot to sustain. It was 4,800 square foot, beautiful home. So now he lost his wife, and then you lose the home, not lose it, but moved. You had to move out the house. And it's just a lot that could take a person years to recover from, if you recover at all. I don't know. It's a lot. Let me finish playing this video.
He was 21. Then my mom and my dad. It was a lot, but I'm still standing.
It's awesome, and I can definitely double, triple condolences to you because I know that's hard, especially a child.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming on and sharing that. Real talk.
Yeah. You just take it one day at a time. He won't let you down.
He hasn't. So yeah, I appreciate that. Because like right now, I got to make sure my son is good. So
yeah,
counteract some of these false narratives, but that's my namesake. He gave me a beautiful grandson, so I got to make sure he's good, right?
Exactly.
That's mandatory.
Yeah.
Thank you. Definitely, y'all. I want y'all to please keep that in mind. Anytime that there's some type of divide that's trying to be created, think about the causes and effect to it. And mine is my grandson. I have 2 grandsons, Zaire and K3, and 13, 6. And it's really important. And Tracy wouldn't want nothing less that I make sure that anything that connects to them is okay. So if anybody ever puts something out there like me and my son are in this way, or me and my daughter are in this way, and things of that nature, please, y'all, don't feed into that negativity. There's one thing for sure, 2 things for certain. If any real man and real woman know this. With children, young men, young ladies, young adults, it's always about place of peace. And my son is going through something that I wouldn't wish on nobody. I've been on this earth for 5.5 decades. And one thing I can say is I don't know how to even relate to what he's going through except for my godmother. And she was my second mother. And she passed of cancer. Wedge between us.
Now, he goes back to court September 9th, I believe, and he has to go in front of a judge. It's a misdemeanor. It's not a felony. And can you hear me, Perry? Because you froze.
Yeah, no, I can. I think it's my internet.
But whenever there's a protective order out against you, and I'm pretty sure it was the wife, Olivia, that got a protective order and he went back to the house. So this divorce is probably 10 times worse than we ever suspect. But at least, hopefully, these two can mend and come together and forget when anybody else has to say. The public, and it might have been too soon to come back. The public and that damn family. I love the Braxtons. I think they're great, but they're overbearing. And it's a lot of them at one time that always have something to say. And they just did Kevin Sr. wrong. They just did. What are your thoughts, Perry?
Oh, I mean, it sounded like they really did. Like, that's the thing with a family. Sometimes they feel like they're just so close and there's a certain team that when the outsiders come in, the in-laws, they feel like they got this secret bond that they're gonna always bound with their siblings, right? Or whatnot against the in-laws. But I think the problem is, and they go in with not knowing all the facts. I mean, let's go back to what you said before. That's why you don't go just tell your family anything, right? Because they gonna take what you said verbatim and gonna lean on your side and overlook if you even said you did anything wrong, and always hold on to that person's head. But I mean, just from that funeral and just how things went down, they didn't have to be married with him. And see, that's the problem. They feel like they know it all. They can tell you how to have the perfect marriage when they don't have one themselves, right?
Ooh, yeah.
And that's how it sort of go. They get together, and oh yeah, we'll like have a feast over somebody else's problem, so they can overlook their own. If that makes sense, like,
And they tell each other they're doing it because they love them. But really, you guys are busybodies, and y'all need to stay. If it's not your business, try not to worry about it. Don't run telling your business, because when you want to make up with your spouse, your boyfriend or your husband, they're not going to look at it that way. So y'all, all this telling each other the bad qualities about who you're dating and who you're married to is just a recipe for disaster. Now I wanted to play this really quickly. This is like a collage he put together for Tracy. I had to take the music out, and it was "I Miss You." Oh my God, this brought me to tears.
Love you.
Uh-oh. Sorry, can't play the music. Oh, it's Patti LaBelle. I miss you. Oh my God. Y'all need to leave that man alone and let him grieve. He was married to that woman over 20 something years, and I'm sure his world has shattered. I'm sorry, you guys know I'm a wimp when it comes to stuff like that, but they need to stop. Everybody needs to mind their own business and handle their own business. But anyway, so Kevin Jr. is going back in front of the judge. I believe they said September 4th. I hope that father and son can support each other in these terrible times. Child, why am I still crying? It's so sad. Now let's go back to Trina, okay, in this interview. It's 5 minutes. I'm only playing it for Perry because I'm pretty sure you guys have already seen it. I want you to see how Vaughn is talking to her, cutting her off, mad because she's grieving too hard. Make that make sense. Too hard? What the hell does too hard mean? Oh, and before I do that, before I play the tape, where's that article?
yeah, I would say this too. Prayers go out to Tracy's husband, though, because like outside people can judge, do whatever. I heard sincerity when he was talking, and I understand. Yeah, he didn't say he was the perfect father. He didn't say none of that. But it's hard to see a man go through that, because I couldn't imagine being married that long, having your family lose your wife. That's devastating. And then now seeing that you could possibly lose your son, and that's sort of what I took from it, that he's doing everything to try to save that relationship, save his son, and sound like, a lot of other things could have got in the middle. I can't say what it was because I'm not even abreast of everything that happened with the Braxtons family, but I do know they could be playing a part of it too. It could be a depression part on his side, or just being in a young marriage. So a lot of things could be going on, but go ahead, Sherelle.
He also posted this right around, this is Kevin Jr., right after Tracy's death. He said, "I sat quiet just to lose both my parents." I don't know what that means, but it has something to do with what's going on. They need to work it out. But Trina's situation is completely different, if you ask me. Now, with Trina, you gotta look for red flags. And the way he treats you, just in this interview alone, just in this video alone, there are tons of it. I didn't have time to pull them, but I was watching. He overtalks her. He's always yelling at her. She's always doing something not good enough. What? Ain't no way. Let me see if I can pull it. Ain't no way I would stay with a man like this. These are red flags. It's just devastating. This marriage is over before it began. When I did a little digging into Vaughn's background, that's just how he is. He has to run the show, and you have to do everything he says. Let me play this for Perry.
30.
One.
And we have just finished
Are you on the internet here?
episode 3.
Does she have a password for the internet here?
Well, until
that's-
then, we
'cause
have
that's-
we
keep
just
going.
finished episode 3
Because
of
that's the problem.
the Braxtons, and
Look. I
people
need
are
to-
already in the chat rooms and they have a lot of questions.
Hey, hello, everybody.
Hello,
Can you
everyone.
shut the hell up?
No,
I have a question.
Perry, let's get it gets worse. Wait. But he's also talking to whoever's on the other side of that camera. I don't know if it's producers from the show, but whoever he's talking to, he acts like no one else.
He had like his wife on his ears, and the camera is there for his black ass. But go ahead.
Very controlling. And I looked into his background. He owns his own business. He owns the wellness center, which is like some physical therapy. He makes really good money, but it's the way he treats you that has everybody. I'll read the comments. Everybody up in arms. He is a jerk. Sorry, Trina. Let me finish playing it. And you can tell me to stop whenever, okay, Perry? But you're picking up on the vibes already.
Being alive, things like that nature, but we're gonna just stay where it is for right now.
What?
And a lot of people have already been talking about our relationship with little Kevin
Mm-hmm.
and the transparency that he has given
So,
for the
Papa,
show. And beyond my sister Tracy's story, little Kevin has his own story to tell.
Yeah.
As a part of his grief with his
Mhm.
mom, our sister. And he's been going through a heck of a lot. And it's a lot for a young man to go through. You saw me and my reaction with Spirit.
yeah.
And I said that I didn't feel like I was able to grieve. And then I said that it was because I felt like Vaughn felt like I wasn't able to grieve. And then
No,
I
you said that you felt that I punished you.
yes. And then I said that Vaughn didn't realize that I loved him for real, and I loved him and I chose him.
You're putting words in my mouth.
No. I'm saying what was I'm recapping.
Okay.
So now with that recap, what do you have to say?
Yeah. Okay, first off, what you said was really jumbled. But what was said on the episode
Mhm.
is that she felt like she was punished for grieving. And that was absolutely true. Yeah, I was angry because, and since we're having this conversation,
Please.
and here's the thing, this wasn't my idea.
Mhm.
She asked me
I did.
if we would talk about this tonight.
I did.
And anybody that knows me knows that I don't bite my tongue because I don't really care what people think of me.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna say it. If you want my honest opinion,
Yes.
I don't see a lot of difference between the way you grieved for Tracy and Gabe. It looked the same to me. There was a little more heat behind Tracy, of course, because it's your sister, but it didn't, to me, and I had nothing to measure it against when Gabe died, so I didn't know anything, but I didn't I knew I didn't like it, because to me, the grief seemed too strong for someone you'd had all those problems with. That's my opinion, because that's the way I look at the world. Now, we had a number of conversations about it. We had a number of arguments about it. But it wasn't until Tracy passed and I had time to reflect, probably sitting, on a mountain somewhere by myself, that I'm like, you know what? Those two grieving processes didn't look all that different to me.
Let me pause that for a moment. He thought it's so ridiculous. Her grieving for Gabe was too strong.
And then
He's
he
being
came. I said
I'm saying
he was wrong. I mean, you got a delay. Go ahead, Sherelle.
No, you go, Perry. I want to hear what you say.
I'm saying that he came in strong as if she was lying. I felt like you grieved too much. For one, buddy, who gives a damn what you think? It's not you grieving, it's her. Why was you so jealous in the first place? You wasn't getting enough damn attention? When your fat ass get tired, nobody can tell you shouldn't be tired. No, I'm saying, like, at a certain point, he's coming off as an asshole. I don't know why he is sitting. He's cutting her off. And buddy, if you don't be there, you got enough money to take your ass down to the courthouse and file for a divorce. Because obviously you act like you don't want to fucking be there. But go ahead.
Bonji says, if he treats her like that in front of all of us, Lord only knows what he does behind closed doors. He's dismissive, the A word, gaslighting, and horrible. Absolutely everything you say. She's got to take this as a sign. And she reads those comments. It was comment after comment after comment. Negative comments. This made you look so bad, Vaughn, and it made me feel sorry for Trina, because this is what you've been dealing with. Lisa says the sisters didn't treat Tracy right when she was here, and the way they handled her passing was disgraceful. The only reason I didn't, it was more than disgraceful. I like the family, but they're not perfect. And that was disrespectful for Tracy, you not going to that damn funeral. And she put it in writing. What? Little Kevin Jr.'s lying? He knows what his mama told him. They said, let me see if I can find this. Here it is right here. This is what they said about the not going to the funeral. Shame on them. Why is my computer going slow? This is what they said. Oh, let me finish. The mom is still bitter. Is the reason she's the reason why the daughters are so dysfunctional. Everybody's saying that. But let me give you the reason that they gave why they didn't go to the funeral and the private viewing. They did not. That's just disgusting. It says the Braxtons were in opposition. They didn't want this funeral to go through and chose not to attend the memorial or the private funeral held a week previously. Tracy did not want a funeral or a wake, an insider told Page 6. She did not want people looking all over her body. She put it in writing. It makes me tear up. Y'all, it's so disrespectful. Perry, why didn't they go to that damn funeral?
Like I said, I don't know. It sounds like they didn't give a damn about her when she was here. If they disrespected her, they disrespected the husband too, and probably was trying to tell her how to live her life, right? Tracy lived her life the way she wanted to. They didn't go because they so used to being bigger and better than, like they was with Tracy. Now they bigger and better than the situation. They know it all. They don't give a damn with the husband because they never respected him in the first place. Whether he wanted it or saying, because really at that point, it could have been maybe he didn't want it. Tracy was no longer here to speak for herself, but she had it in writing. It's no reason for them to act that way, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's.
She says, not even Tony, not even Tony. None of them went to that private showing, day one, second day, funeral. They did not do it. And I aired that funeral. It was so moving, respectful. It was a tribute to Tracy. And that was about Tracy. And y'all made it about y'all.
Right. It's always been that way, though, Sherelle. I mean, well, I'm just saying that's what it seemed like. They didn't care about it when she was here, apparently. It's all about how they look, all about who gonna tell them how something's supposed to run. Because if you ask them, they know it all. You know,
it was sad.
They never
just sad.
And that little one thing that you put up there with the son said, Kevin Jr. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You said it was something like a couple words. What was that thing? It said that
he said, I sat quiet just to lose both my parents.
Right. And what he could be saying is this. He sat quiet while I'm just saying, possibly.
Okay.
While that family dogged his mother out. He lost her. And they doing the same to the damn father. And him sat quietly and didn't stand up and say, look, that's my mama. That's my daddy. And F you. Right? Possibly. I don't know. If anybody think.
Also,
think in the chat.
I wanted to mention this family has been through a lot. Because don't forget they lost Lauren, which was Michael's, they call him Mikey's daughter, to a fentanyl overdose. So, you know, they're dealing with a lot. I don't want to come down too hard on them, but everybody is saying, Trina, this is not how this man is supposed to treat you. Period. Y'all all got some, and they go to counseling all the time. We watched them on Iyanla. We watched them with one of the other doctors. About 3 or 4 times they aired counseling sessions. Nothing's working. Nothing's working because nobody's listening. They've got to stay out of each other's business. That's just what I think. It's just. So anyway, I hit the table because I was pissed, and now my camera has sunk. So I'll fix it later, but I'm sure I'm way down here. Let's see what you guys are thinking about this because it's awful. A funeral is not for the dead; it's for the living. It's true. Right. Iyanla shook the table. I remember that. Also, too, on Iyanla, the reason why Tamar was so upset is because she outed the fact that Tamar was touched when she was younger, and so was Tracy. That's still no excuse. I don't know. Yeah, is that why Tamar is on her 3rd marriage? Darrell, I can't pronounce his last name, Vincent, and now this is her 3rd marriage. The 3rd marriage. But let me tell you, they all have problems in their relationship. In my opinion, Tawanda's is the worst. I'm not going to say what it is. Is this why he's not on the show? Is he going to come on the show? What's going on, Tawanda? If you make everybody else show their life, I'm sure you're going to share yours, right?
That's probably not.
I don't want beef with her. She's a bully that thinks she's scaring me. But the only reason I'm not doing it is because you know why.
Yeah, I know why.
Trina is in her 3rd marriage too. Okay, there's Gabe. It was the baby daddy of the oldest son, the one that Gabe had helped raise. She was married to him, Gabe, and now I liked Gabe, and you could tell that family got on Gabe's nerve. Okay, they just won't let people be.
I mean, no offense. At this point, she could be on her 3rd, but after hearing her husband talk to her, she needs to be working on a 4th. I'm just saying, I mean, that's too much for real. Like, who want to live your life in prison? Let's keep it real. Basically, to me, it sounds like that's what he want her, just under his damn control, right? You see how he was just talking? And that's the same. If he's doing it on camera, I couldn't imagine when that camera go off what the hell he doing. It's all about him. And like you said, he make a little money. He think he the breadwinner. Girl, know your role, know your place. Okay, go ahead.
Renee says it didn't work because they don't listen to any help. They're not willing to say they are wrong. There you go. There you go, Renee. You figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
They are good at blaming others, each other. You did it. No, you did it. But they don't say what they did wrong.
Right.
And if they go to one more damn counseling session. Now, I want to say this. A lot of people in the chat blame Miss Evelyn for her children not being able to keep marriages, being married so many times. Perry, what are your thoughts? I love Miss Evelyn, but people aren't perfect. But I just don't see what they're talking about.
Oh yeah, I mean, how she's, you know what? Maybe they saying she's the issue because she's not bringing one of her daughters or all of them in when they're wrong. She just letting them go free willy. You know what I'm saying?
She's there during these counseling sessions. She's told them to stop clowning and cutting up.
Really?
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said,
they're saying that because the way she treated the father, she was very bitter from the divorce because he cheated, and she hung on to that for a long time. Maybe instead of doing what she says, they do what they see her doing. Maybe I don't know. Let's see what y'all have to say. They are her sisters. I am sure they knew what their sister wanted, and that's why they didn't go. I don't know why they didn't go. They said that she didn't want a funeral and she didn't want people looking down on her. But couldn't there be some kind of compromise? So to the public, it looked like you gave a damn. I'm not saying that they didn't love their sister. They love her dearly. They're all very, very tight. I'm saying not going to the funeral was disrespectful for me. I don't know. Just for me. I feel like it was disrespectful. It's new, not new. She's still bitter. Oh, she's talking about Miss Evelyn. Oh, all the comments coming in about Miss Evelyn's great. Evelyn is super bitter. And of course, she poured that toxicity into her kids. Finally, somebody said it where it made sense to me. You're right. They copy what you do, not what you say. And she was extremely, I laughed at it. He's laying it low and spreading it wide. That's what she said. But yeah, maybe it's crazy. She's unhappy. We are able to express ourselves without profane language. Okay. One more, and then we'll move on to wonder if they will discuss the funeral on the show. To be honest, and I will support the Braxtons. I like the Braxtons, including Tawanda. I think Tawanda has some serious issues that need to be dealt with, but I like her. And there's no denying that their love isn't there. But I feel maybe they came back for the money because this is still fresh. And why didn't y'all bring Kevin Sr. on the show? And how much are you going to go into Kevin Jr.'s? Because I have a feeling he might have, I don't want to say it.
You know what? You just said something. I'm going to say this off the cuff of my, just off the limb, right? Because I'm thinking they didn't care about Tracy that much. Everybody's saying, right? When she was here. Could they problem be they was full of jealousy? Because if they was together almost 30 years, now they gonna nitpick.
Oh, wow. Okay, you're saying they were jealous of Tracy because she had a marriage, a stable marriage?
Had a stable marriage. I'm just saying, could it be? I don't know.
Y'all answer Perry's question. I don't know. I still have to watch what I say. My aunt passed away in May 2024 and did not want a funeral. Her husband honored her wishes. No service. But Felicia, does that mean that you don't go with what the husband decided to do? Because I don't know what I was told, that it was in the will And that's why she put Kevin Jr. in charge. She didn't want anyone to debate her wishes. I don't know, y'all. I just would have went. Even if I didn't like it, that was her husband of 30-something years. I just would have went to the funeral. I feel like it was disrespectful. I don't know. She was married to a preacher for 35 years, then divorced in 2000. She's talking about Miss Evelyn. She didn't pour anything into those grown age women. Sure, blame the women that got cheated on by the preacher's husband. Okay, I get what you're saying too. Like, maybe it was they act that way because of him. The father was cheating and a preacher at the same time. They got some issues. I don't know what's going on. All right, Perry, you want to say anything else before I move on to this Jennifer thing?
No, I'm good. I was just wondering if that's why. I noticed like people, they front, and then even though it seemed like to me she probably had the less money out of the group because they got so hooked on fame and being popular, and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But probably thought that she was being with somebody under their pay grade. But love don't, equal money. You know what I'm saying? And part of them could have been just jealous that she had somebody that was there for her. Now, did they have a perfect marriage? No marriage is perfect. You see what I'm saying? But they knew at the end of the day is way more than what they had. But go ahead.
And also, too, okay, I don't think you guys should have went and did the show. I think these wounds are fresh. But since you're going to do it, bring Kevin Sr. on. How you guys treated him. Let him tell his side of the story. But right now, he's just in so much mourning. He keeps saying, I just want peace. I just want peace. So he's not even in that frame of mind. But eventually, they need to bring Kevin Sr. and Jr. and the ex-wife. I want to hear from Olivia, too. If you're going to tell the story, let's tell the story. Anyway, let's move on to Jennifer Williams. Okay, so, oh boy, this is a mess. So everybody, I got so many emails this weekend. I guess another blogger, where's that picture? Went on, I don't know what's happening to my computer. Another blogger came on her channel and outed the fact that Jennifer's boyfriend, his name is Christopher Walden, was running Ponzi schemes. Now, remember when I tried to do my background check, he has 7 LLCs and only one is up and running, and that's Jennifer's YouTube channel. That means he's getting money from her. So I guess another channel, and I'm gonna have to do a deep dive in this, start interviewing his victims. Okay, that is enough for me. The guy is a scammer, straight out. You just look at his background and you can tell he's a damn scammer. Okay, he's a liar, and he's using Jennifer. We didn't talk about Vaughn, aka Ike Turner. We did. I'll go back to it. Let me get this story out really quick, Reggie. Thank you for your super chat. But now they're saying this. So I checked all the LLCs. None of them were in good standing except for one. It was called Gold Inc. Couldn't find anything on Gold Inc. And then Jennifer's YouTube channel. So that means you don't have a job, and he's making money off of Jennifer from the YouTube channel and from the reality TV show. But what really shocked me is they're saying that Jennifer was a part of the Ponzi scheme. And I know when I like somebody, I go real light, but it's hard for me to believe that Jennifer, number one, would be a part of that. Number two, bring him on the show if you knew what was going on. It's really weird. So, and I really like Jennifer. I don't want to upset Jennifer. I think she's really nice and I really like her. But you're not incapable of doing bad things. And if you did, Jennifer.
Well, yeah. You know what? Personally, I don't think she would do it on purpose. I think It could be her just head over heels in love, shit like that, where you overlook the stuff. And if you in love with a person like that and you roll in thinking about getting married and stuff, when they bring things to you, he talking about this finance stuff that she probably never really did, these kind of weird businesses.
But Perry, the minute you read that his website, you said what?
But, I mean, but you know what? I did, but she probably never read it, Sherelle. She just she's trusting this man after she don't met him. I don't know how long they've been dating, whatever. But she's in love with him. She just trusts whatever he's doing.
And
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No,
I got a delay.
No. I just feel like she's trusting him to a certain degree and think that he wouldn't put her out there. Like she feel like she's with a good man. She's being scammed like the other people he's scamming allegedly. You see what I'm saying? Like
it's sad, yeah.
Also, they wouldn't be getting scammed. She's probably getting scammed the same way.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me read this because we got 1 minute. Jen, same woman who dated Tim Norman. Mm-hmm. She's so stupid and desperate. Damn, I just feel bad. I feel bad. Now, listen, you guys. I had a picture of Wendy Williams. I'm going to have to show that tomorrow because, to be quite honest, I can't find it on my desktop. This is all kind of shit up here. So I'll show that for tomorrow. But that's what's going on. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This was a hard video for me, especially for Jennifer Williams. Girl, if I find out that there was no way that you didn't know, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. Perry, any last words? If not, take us out.
Yeah, I'm sure she didn't know. And now people bring it up because the first thing she's going to think when you in love like that, hey, girl, you know what, girlfriend? Your man's a scammer. She going, that itch just won't my man. That's how they get. She probably didn't think the psycho Norman would be the way he is. But anyway, Sherelle, that's it.
Hold on, someone saying, Sherelle, please show the Wendy picture. Okay. Here it is. I found it. Hold on. Okay, so Wendy Williams was spotted out. She went into a flower shop, allegedly, and the worker asked to take a picture with her. And I think she looks healthy and as healthy as she can get, but people were dragging Wendy, saying she doesn't look healthy, she's a mess. You know, people don't run out of bad words to say about you, but we know Wendy is ill and suffering from dementia. So
I'm just glad she lived. I mean,
we still love you, Queen. We love you, Queen. Anyway, that's what's going on for today. Lots to talk about in the comment section. I don't even know how to pull this off the screen. Harry, we will see you guys tomorrow. Take us out.
Yeah, I would just say this: wishing Wendy Williams well, and wishing Jennifer get on those speakers and run.
I'm out. All right, people. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.